He's dying, I said. Jake's face was stone. He left when I was 10. I'm 40 now. 30 years. And now he wants to talk because he's dying. There was more, a transplant coordinator's note, dated June 2025, initiating an urgent living donor search. Familial matches prioritized. Patient has one biological son, Jacob Grayson, age 40, Oregon, U.S., investigating extended family for potential donors. I felt cold. Jake, he's not just looking for you. He's looking for a kidney. Next, a private investigator's report from Gibson and Associates, Perth, dated July-August 2025. They'd been watching us. Surveillance summary of Jacob Grayson, 40, master electrician, owner of Grayson Electric, Clara Bennett Grayson, 38. Revenue cycle director at Salem Hospital, and Mia Louise Grayson, 19, pre-med freshman at Oregon State. Findings. We lived at 4,521 Say Hawthorne, Portland, with a $127,000 mortgage balance. Combined household income tilde. $165,000. No criminal records. Credit scores 720 plus. Mia. O positive, no significant medical history. Excellent health. There were photos. Mia on a Westies campus, August 15th, first day of classes. Jake at a job site, July 22nd, installing solar panels. Emmy leaving Salem Hospital, July 18th, coffee in hand. They'd followed us for 6 weeks. Jake's hand shook when he saw Mia's photo. He's been watching our daughter, he said, not angry, but cold, protective. We need to talk to Mia, I said. September 10th, a follow-up email from Harlow and Carter. Mr. Grayson offered to meet us, all expenses paid. Perth or Portland, establish an irrevocable $10.2 million trust transferred upon his passing. No conditions. And discuss his urgent need for a kidney transplant. Initial H-hyping suggested Jake or Mia might be compatible. He asks only for the chance to explain and to ask for help. Time sensitive, please respond within 14 days. Jake read it twice. He wants Mia's kidney. He wants to meet her, I said carefully. The kidney is why, he said flatly. If he dies, we get the money anyway. So, why now? Because he needs something from us first? He was right. What do we tell Mia? Jake stared at the email. The truth. All of it. And then we let her decide about her own body. Because that's what parents do. We protect their choices, not make them. September 12th. Jake replied with one sentence. I need to talk to my daughter first. She's 19. She decides about her own body. The lawyers responded within an hour. Understood. We respect that completely. Please let us know how you'd like to proceed. September 13th, 8:30 p.m. Mia was home from Osu for the weekend. We'd asked her to come midweek unusual, so she knew something was wrong. Jake spread out the lawyer's letter, medical files, and PI report on the kitchen table like evidence. Mia, he started, you need to know something about my dad. I haven't talked about him much because there wasn't anything good to say. Her face was calm, analytical. I know he left you when you were a kid. Mom told me when I was 14. He's dying, Jake said. Kidney failure. And he's rich, built a pharmaceutical consulting company in Australia. He wants to meet us. Mia waited. I said quietly, he needs a kidney transplant. He's been on dialysis since June. The Australian wait list is 4 to 7 years. At his age, he won't survive that. Her pre-med brain kicked in. So he's looking for a living donor family match. Yes, and we think you might be compatible. Jake handed her the PI report. He hired investigators. They got your blood type, your medical history without asking. Mia read the surveillance summary, jaw tightening when she saw the photos. He followed me for 6 weeks before contacting us, I said. She set the papers down, voice measured. What's his FLA type? For transplant matching, you need compatible blood type plus tissue antigens. Did his lawyer send that? I found the medical file and handed it to her. She read it like a doctor reviewing a chart. He's O positive. I'm O positive, that's compatible. But blood type alone isn't enough. We need HLA typing to know for sure. She looked up. I want to get tested. Not because I'll donate, but because I want to know if I can. Information is power. If I'm going to decide, I want it based on facts, not assumptions. And if you are a match? Jake asked carefully. Then I'll decide. But I need the data first. That was my daughter 19, already thinking like a scientist. I was terrified and proud in equal measure. September 15th, Oregon Health and Science University, OHSU, Center for Health and Healing. 10th floor transplant evaluation clinic. Mia insisted on going alone to the first appointment. I'm an adult, I can handle a blood draw. I went anyway, sitting in the waiting room with Jake, who'd taken the morning off. The transplant coordinator, Jennifer Walsh, RN 45 kind eyes, efficient, called Mia back. 20 minutes later, Mia emerged with a bandage on her elbow. Phase 1 complete, she said. Blood typing confirmation, basic metabolic panel, pregnancy test. Jake's voice rose. Pregnancy test? Mia rolled her eyes. Required for all female donors. Relax, Dad, it's negative. Jennifer explained. Preliminary results in a few days. If good, HLA typing 1 week, then cross-match testing. Normally 2 to 4 months for full evaluation, but expedited to 6 to 8 weeks due to Walter's urgency. HLA results by September 25th, she said. September 25th, 3:17 p.m. I was in a budget meeting when my phone buzzed. Mia's text, HLA results in 5/6 antigen match. Coordinator says excellent for grandparent-grandchild donor. I excused myself and called her. 5 out of 6? HLA, A 2 halves, HLA, B 2 halves, HLA doctor, 1 half. Statistically better than most unrelated donors. Her voice was steady, but I heard uncertainty. I don't know how I feel yet. Can you and Dad come over this weekend? I need to talk. Of course. September 28th, Mia's dorm room at OSU Corvallis, 90 miles south of Portland. She'd printed medical journal articles spread like exam prep. Living kidney donation is major surgery laparoscope nephrectomy. They take 1 kidney through a 3 to 4 inch incision. Hospital stay 2 to 3 days. Full recovery 4 to 6 weeks. She pointed to a printout. Risks for me, 1 in 3,000 chance of death during surgery, small but real. Long-term kidney disease risk goes up slightly. If I ever need a transplant, I'd be lower priority. For pregnancy, higher risk of preeclampsia. Gestational hypertension manageable but monitored. And for Walter? I asked. 5-year survival rate with a 5/6 match. 85 to 90% way better than deceased donor or dialysis. She sat down. I'm stuck. Medically, I can do this. Risks are small, benefit is huge. But he's a stranger, he hurt you. And there's $10 million attached. I wonder if I'm being coerced. Jake leaned forward. The money is yours either way. The trust is irrevocable. Even if you say no when Walter dies, it comes to me and then to our family. You're not choosing between helping him and getting paid. You're choosing between helping him and protecting yourself. What would you choose? Mia asked. I don't know, Jake said honestly. He left me at 10 no calls, no letters, 30 years of nothing. Part of me wants to tell him to go to hell, the other part remembers being 10, wondering if I did something wrong, if I wasn't good enough. I wonder if meeting him would answer that, or make it worse. Mia turned to me. Mom, what do you think I should do? I took a breath. Do whatever lets you sleep at night. If you donate, you'll wonder if it was for the right reasons. If you don't, you'll wonder if you should have. No perfect answer, just the one you can live with. October 1st. Email from Dr. Patricia Morrison, OSU Ethics Committee Chair. Mia's case was flagged for review. No prior relationship with Walter. $10.2 million inheritance. Potential coercion. Pre-med status. Pressure to save lives. Complicated family dynamics and age. 19. Legally adult but young for permanent medical decisions. She was assigned an independent donor advocate, Robert Chun, MSW, a psychological evaluation, October 8th, and an ethics committee hearing, October 15th, 2 p.m. with a 2-week cooling-off period before final consent. Mia forwarded it to our family chat, so apparently my body is now a committee decision. Jake, want us there? Mia, yeah, I might need backup. October 8th, Wednesday morning. I woke up to 17 missed calls, 12 on Jake's phone, 47 on Maya's. My email had a message from Salem Hospital's PR team. Media inquiry, your family. Please call ASAP. I called Maya first. She answered immediately. Mom, we're on the front page of the Oregonian. The headline: Disgraced Doctor's Secret Fortune. Australian pharmaceutical mogul seeks Oregon granddaughter for life-saving transplant by Michael Torres, veteran investigative reporter, 2019 Pulitzer finalist. The article detailed Walter's revoked 1993 medical license, illegal prescription of controlled substances, his Australian fortune, and his search for Mia, an excellent transplant match. It mentioned our family, Mia's pre-med status, and buried a line. Mia's maternal grandparents, Dr. Jonathan and Dr. Eleanor Bennett, prominent Portland physicians, disowned their daughter. 19 years ago, when she became pregnant with Mia, they could not be reached for comment. How did this get out? Jake asked when I called him. Insurance paperwork, I said. Mia's student health insurance. Pacific Source required a family medical history form. She'd written grandfather, paternal, end-stage renal disease, dialysis, Australia. A contract worker at Pacific Source saw it, Googled Walter, found his fortune, and sold the info to Torres for $500. Technically not HIPAA violation, just a mention of Walter's condition, but legal didn't mean right. By noon, the article had 2.3 million views. Reddit's Our Portland exploded. If my rich grandpa abandoned my dad, I wouldn't give him a Kleenex, let alone a kidney. 18K upvotes. But he's dying, she has 2 kidneys. She's pre-med, 12K upvotes. $19 and $10 million? That's coercion. 15K upvotes. Twitter was worse. Medical ethicists decried Oregon commodification. Christian influencers preached forgiveness. Feminists argued her body, her choice. Mia's OSU cohort was split. Her academic advisor offered a leave of absence. I just want to study in peace, she told Jake. Is that too much to ask? October 9th, 6:15 p.m. I was home. Jake making dinner. Mia in her old room. Door closed. Doorbell rang. I opened it. My mother, Eleanor, stood on the porch holding the Oregonian, rain dripping from her umbrella. She looked 70, not 62, gray hair, shaking hands, expensive clothes hiding her thin frame. Clara, she said, voice cracked, I saw the article. I didn't move. Can I come in? No. Please, I need to talk about Mia. You don't have a granddaughter, I said flatly. Your assistant told me that in 2006, remember? Her face crumpled. I was wrong. We were wrong. Clara, please. Jake appeared behind me, arms crossed. Dr. Bennett, he said quietly, you should go. Your daughter told you to leave, Eleanor snapped, desperate. Your father has Parkinson's early stages, but progressing. Medication is $3,000 a month. We're struggling. When I saw the article, I was worried about Mia. You saw $10 million, I interrupted. That's what you saw. No, I saw my granddaughter being pressured. You don't get to protect her now, I said. You had 19 years, 19 birthdays, Christmases, first days of school. You chose not to be there. I'm trying to make amends. I laughed bitterly. Amends? You haven't apologized. You just show up when it's convenient, when there's money, when you can play concerned grandmother for an audience. Jake cut in. Dr. Bennett, let's be clear. You told Clara she was throwing away 4 generations of healers for me. You called my family disgraced, said I was beneath you. Now you want in because my dad, the man who used to prove I was worthless, is richer than you. Silence. Get off my porch, Jake said final, not angry. Eleanor turned to me. Clara, don't shut me out again. I didn't shut you out, I said. You shut me out. I'm just closing the door you left open 19 years ago. I shut it. She stood outside crying. Finally, I heard her yell, Your father's medication is bankrupting us. If Mia donates, everyone will know you chose them over us. What will that do to our reputation? Jake opened the door, angry. Your reputation? That's what this is about. Not Mia, not Clara, your reputation. Eleanor's face turned red. I've spent 30 years building. A lie, Jake said. You're not the compassionate doctor everyone thinks you are. The article exposed that. Now you're here to control the narrative. Leave now, or I call the police. She left, driving away in her Lexus still polished, still projecting success. If Mia donates, this will follow you forever, she yelled out the window. The daughter who crawled back to the disgraced family for money. Is that what you want? I didn't answer, but I thought, I chose them 19 years ago. You just didn't notice. October 15th, 2 p.m. OSU Center for Ethics and Healthcare, 11th floor conference room C, glass walls overlooking Portland, rain streaking the windows. 7 committee members. Dr. Patricia Morrison, Chair. Dr. David Kumar, Transplant Surgeon. Lisa Tran, MSW. Reverend Michael O'Brien. Community Ethicist. Judge Sarah Harris. Retired Legal Counsel. Maria Gonzalez. RN. Dr. Elliot Marsh, Psychiatrist. Observers. 8 medical students, 2 journalists, Robert Chen, Mia's advocate. Mia sat front row, Jake on her left, Mia on her right. Walter joined via Zoom from Perth Renal Center Gaunt, dialysis catheter in his neck, oxygen cannula. It was the first time Jake had seen his father in 30 years. Dr. Morrison called the meeting to order. We evaluate whether Mia Grayson can provide informed voluntary consent to donate a kidney to Walter Grayson. We do not force or prevent donation, we protect her autonomy. She turned to Mia. Do you understand? Yes. You have an independent advocate, Robert Chen? Correct. Dr. Morrison addressed Walter. You may speak. His voice was rough but clear. Thank you. Committee members, Mia, Jacob. I'm in Sir Charles Gardner Hospital, Perth. I want to be clear. I do not expect Mia to donate. I lost that right when I abandoned Jacob 30 years ago. I was a coward addicted to running from my mistakes. I lost my medical license in 1993 for prescribing drugs for gambling money. I destroyed my family, my career. I ran to Australia, built a fortune, but I can't rebuild trust. Jacob, you deserved better a father who stayed. The man you became, the father you are to Mia, that's not my DNA. That's yours. Dr. Morrison, what happens to the inheritance if Mia declines? She inherits anyway through Jacob. The trust is irrevocable. I made peace with dying. I just needed to apologize to my son. Judge Harris confirmed. The trust is unconditional. The door opened. Eleanor walked in. Dr. Rebecca Carl, Dr. Eleanor Bennett, she said loudly. Head of pediatrics at Portland Children's Hospital, Mia's maternal grandmother. I have concerns about coercion. Dr. Morrison's face hardened. Dr. Bennett, unless you have info on Mia's medical capacity, please leave. Mia is 19. Her prefrontal cortex isn't fully developed until 25. She's premmed, socialized to save lives. The $10 million is unconscionable pressure. This is organ buying. Mia didn't turn around. You don't get to call yourself my grandmother. You haven't been for 19 years. You put my mom on the street when she was pregnant with me. You refused to meet me. The only pressure I feel is from people who think they own my choices, people like you. Silence. Judge Harris. Dr. Bennett refrained from further comment. Eleanor sat in the back, silent. Dr. Marsh, psychiatrist, opened his folder. I evaluated Mia on October 12th. Cognitive capacity intact. She demonstrates advanced understanding of risks, mortality, long-term kidney disease, pregnancy. No family coercion. She reports her parents said, your choice, no judgment. She's conflicted, which is healthy. My opinion, Mia has full capacity to consent or refuse. Dr. Morrison turned to Mia. Do you feel free to choose? I feel observed, she said. I'll feel free when everyone gets out of my business and lets me decide without turning it into a national ethics debate. Dr. Morrison smiled. Understood. Do you have anything to say? Yes, Mia said. I raised my hand. Dr. Morrison, may I speak? I have info on who's really pressuring Mia. She nodded. I stood, handing documents to the clerk. 1. A 2006 email from me to my parents, begging them to meet me response. They have no granddaughter. 2. The Oregonian article, highlighted to show their no comment until $10 million was mentioned. 3. A 2025 text from Eleanor. We should discuss Mia's decision as a family. My reply, you're not family. 4. My 2006 ER record. 7 months pregnant, living in Jake's truck, stress-induced contractions. No family support. My parents are doctors who abandoned their daughter, I said. Walter is a disgraced doctor trying to apologize. I don't forgive either, but only one is honest about who he is. Eleanor cried silently in the back. Dr. Morrison, any questions for Mrs. Grayson? No, Mia, you are medically and psychologically cleared. The committee affirms your autonomy. Do you consent to donate your kidney to Walter Grayson? Mia stood, looking at the committee, Walter, Jake, and me. No, she said, pausing to let it land. Not because of the money, not because of either set of grandparents. Because I'm 18. I want to have kids someday, finish medical school, know I have a backup if my kidney fails. I want to be a doctor who saves lives, but I can't save everyone. And I shouldn't have to destroy my body to prove I'm compassionate. She turned to Walter. I'm sorry, I hope you find another donor. But it won't be me. Jake hugged her tight. I squeezed her hand. I'm proud of you. On screen, Walter nodded, eyes wet. Thank you for considering it, Mia. That's more than I deserved. Dr. Morrison. This committee affirms Mia Grayson's informed voluntary decision to decline donation. Hearing concluded. A journalist approached. Can I quote you for a follow-up? Mia was exhausted but firm. Only if you quote this. My body, my choice. End of story. October 15th, 4:30 p.m. Driving home on I-5 South. Jake drove, Mia in the back with headphones. Finally, Jake asked, You okay, Em? I think so, she said, pulling out an earbud. I keep waiting to feel guilty, but I just feel tired. Guilt is what others put on you, I said. You don't have to carry it. Do you think Walter hates me? Jake glanced in the rear view. No, he knows what it's like to make a hard choice and live with it. My phone buzzed. Email from Harlow and Carter. Mr. Grayson asks to convey, thank you for your honesty. The inheritance proceeds as planned, no conditions, no resentment. I showed Jake. He nodded. October 17th. The Oregonian follow-up. She said no. Oregon teen declines billionaire grandfather's transplant request. It was fair, quoting the committee, Eleanor's disruption, and my evidence. Public reaction shifted. She taught the medical establishment no is a complete sentence, 45K Reddit upvotes. Mia Grayson's case will be taught in ethics classes, 200K Twitter likes. Mia posted on Instagram, I'm not a headline. I'm a student. Please let me study in peace. She turned off her phone, went back to OSU, and got straight A's on her midterms. October 20th. Eleanor texted, Please, can we talk? Not about Walter, about us. Me. There is no us. You had 19 years. Don't weaponize Dad's Parkinson's to guilt me. Eleanor. I'm trying to make amends. Me. Amends require accountability. You haven't apologized. I blocked her number, email, and social media. Jake did the same. Mia kept her unblocked, in case of emergency, but muted notifications. Do you think you'll ever talk to them again? Mia asked later. I don't know, I said. But I don't owe them forgiveness just because they finally realized what they lost. November 2025. Walter's health declined rapidly. The lawyers updated us professionally, respecting our boundaries. December 15th. Mr. Grayson's prognosis is weeks, not months. Unlikely to find a transplant in time. December 28th. A voice memo converted to text from Walter. Jacob, I don't have long. Mia made the right choice, I'm relieved. She deserves to be light. The money is yours, use it for Mia's medical school. I'm sorry I wasn't your father. You became a better man without me. Jake read it alone in his garage workshop. I found him there an hour later, crying. "He's right," he said. Mia chose herself. That's all I ever wanted to teach her, that she matters, that she's enough, that she doesn't have to sacrifice herself to prove her worth. January 15th, 2026. Walter died in Perth, age 66, from ESRD complications. The lawyers notified us via email. January 20th, $10.2 million was transferred to Jake, no conditions. The trust included a note, "This is not payment. This is apology." February 2026, we sat at the kitchen table, Jake spreading out financial documents. "It's our family's choice," he said. We made a plan. $500,000 for Mia's education, undergrad, med school, living expenses, no debt. $1 million to expand Grayson Electric, hire 5 more electricians, focus on low-income housing with sliding scale payments. $2 million for the Second Chance Family Fund, grants for disowned young parents, $1 million emergency fund, $3 million in charitable donations, HSU transplant research, foster care, Oregon Health Plan advocacy, $2.7 million in savings. The first Second Chance grant went to Ashley, 22, pregnant, disowned by her religious parents for refusing to give up her baby. She wrote, "Your family showed me love doesn't require DNA." Jake gave her a $15,000 check rent, security deposit, baby supplies. "Just be the parent you wish you'd had," he said. March 2026, Mia returned to OSU. Campus had calmed down. Her bioethics professor asked her to guest lecture. She declined, writing an essay instead. "I said no to my dying grandfather. The world called me selfish. I call it survival. Both can be true." She got an A+. The professor submitted it to the Journal of Medical Ethics, student section. Mia said yes. Summer 2026. Mia got a competitive paid internship at the OSU Ethics Committee. Dr. Morrison shook her hand. "We need people who understand saying no is as important as saying yes." Mia smiled. "That's what I want to teach doctors. Patients are allowed to refuse, even family, even when it's hard." April 2026. I Googled Walter's obituary, Perth Remembrance Gardens online memorial. Photos. Young Medical School, 1985. Middle-aged. Business Award, 2010. Old, thin, tired. Guest book messages called him brilliant, generous, complicated. I left a message. "Walter, I never met you. You hurt my husband, but you gave us truth. You didn't pretend money erased your mistakes. You let Mia say no. That's more respect than my own parents ever gave me. I don't forgive you, but I respect your apology. Rest in peace, Clara Grayson." I never told Jake until 3 months later when he said, "I saw your message." It was good. True. April 18th, 7:30 p.m., Mia was home for spring break. Jake cooked lasagna, his specialty. The kitchen smelled like garlic and basil, like home. Mia helped with dishes. "Mom," she said, drying a plate, "do you regret choosing Dad over your parents?" I thought, I regret they made me choose. That's different. I chose love, dignity, a partner who showed up. I don't regret that. I regret their pride. Do you think they'll ever really apologize? I don't know, but I'm not waiting. Jake, from the stove. You too are my family. That's enough. Is it weird I don't feel like I'm missing anything? Mia said, I know I should want grandparents, but I have everything I need. Love isn't about biology, I said. It's about who shows up. That night after Mia went to bed, Jake and I sat on the porch, rain falling a classic Portland spring. We did okay, didn't we? He asked. We did better than okay, I said. We built something they couldn't destroy. Mia's going to be an amazing doctor. She already is. She just doesn't have the degree yet. Jake took my hand, his electrician's calluses warm. We sat in silence, listening to the rain. People ask me if I have regrets. I regret my parents' pride, Walter's 30-year silence, Mia having to choose what number 19-year-olds should. But I don't regret Jake or Mia or saying no to people who only valued me when I was useful. My parents taught me family's blood. Jake taught me family is showing up. Mia taught me saying no even when the world is watching is the most powerful self-respect. My name is Clara Grayson. I'm 38 years old and I haven't spoken to my parents in 19 years. I'm okay with that.
We all are.